park. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chum, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is jumper up a pump, pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. They'll get this one to Watkins. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 47, he finds Kincaid. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
They're set up at the 35 now. Davis, the motion man right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running back, motioning right. Gets it to him on the screen. And they get this down to the 28.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finding Davis. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On the move, headed right. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach. But yes, they are indeed bringing pressure, and it's blocked! And they'll stuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
Well, that's going to take away a touch of that early momentum they built with the opening drive touchdown. And just as importantly here, blocking that extra point should give the offense a little boost as they come out for their first possession, looking to match touchdown for touchdown.
First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. T220, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Second and 10 now. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, set. Trap 60, trap 60. Check, smash.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throw on third down. That's caught for the first. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. Right up the gut. Works his way to the 35. Touchdown, Cleveland! Finish off their opening drive. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. Mevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Half 85, half 85. Is that?
Mitchell up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Allen off the play action. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Allen. Right side, cut by Davis. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This will be cut by Watkins. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Lion. 70 range, 70 range.
They'll come out throwing. Finds his target, Ryman. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling the preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To throw here on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Trap low 80. Ready? Top low 18. Go.
They'll throw it again. Catch made underneath by the back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. We've got a close one here. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Blown back gets the handoff. He still has room inside the 30. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Setting up a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Kate, you could hear the roar of the crowd celebrating the touchdown, but not so fast. Catch looked good. You've got to get both feet down as well.
Back now, pressure on its way. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Pass play coming here. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Mevis able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. action now. Allen. They'll get this one to Watkins. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. This is ahead for about 5. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. First down play, nuts and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Here's 2nd and 5. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. If you don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Flush down out to his left. Now he takes it, and he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3 now. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Allen to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Finds Kincaid. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Bills pushing for a late spark before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Again, this is Mitchell. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's Allen. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go, shot. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 79 Broncos.
Throwing now on 1st down. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Liking 18. Set go.
They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And instead of taking a 1-point lead, they trail by 2. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. The Browns are lining up to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And the Bills will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Allen on the play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Rolling left, buying some time. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills push the lead to 2 scores now. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. It's into the hands of Wright. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
Fits it through the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. They'll throw it. Finds his target, Ryman. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing deep towards the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Check go.
Looking to the air here. Ryman there to haul it in. And they take him down right along the 30. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
19 Lions.
Still sticking with the passing game. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, set. 70 range, 70 range. Ready?
They'll throw it again. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Hey, this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes, and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend.
This throw is caught. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Second down, looking for options. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
79 Bronco. Go street.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And he has the Cleveland touchdown! The Browns shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense, so we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Nevis with a point after. And the Browns cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mitchell on the carry. The ball's out, he lost it. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's throwing deep to the left side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up.
Come on, set. Go.
Now looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Love that call, Brock. Going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you too love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love to slam that. No, it's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming, and he was able to separate that slant from the ball before it could ever get going.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills push the lead to 2 scores now. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set up. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check go.
He'll throw it. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 7 60 Mavericks. 60 the trap 60. Trap 60. Set up.
Throwing it again here. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 range, 70 range. Buffalo 18.
He'll throw it yet again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Warrior 70. Set. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They are throwing it again. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Browns cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return starts from the goal line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down, ball at the 36. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He finds Kincaid. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll run, this is Mitchell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go, second down. Throwing here, Allen. This finds Mitchell, complete.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They're set up at the 35 now. This is Mitchell, and he's brought down for a loss. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now Allen. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Browns have some new life in the 4th. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense. Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns trail by a couple. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Hand off to the back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Pickup of 2 here. And that gives the Browns a first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They've got first down from the 31.
Check that.
Give now to the running back. Room to run inside the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them 1st and goal.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They go to a knee here. No need to push it for the end zone. They're going to try to set up the game-winning kick. Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. This from just 23 yards away. Now a timeout with only 3 seconds left with, you'd all assume, right, a game-winning try on its way. Every eye in this place, Brock, now staring right at Harrison Mevis. This from just 23 yards away. That one is good! And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it! So the Browns come away with the win. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.